So girl, this what had happened. I told y'all. And y'all saw I only need one stalk cause that. I guess when I go visit the in-laws, I'll start taking a couple of stalks at a time. I know when I go over there, they'll have at least some green tomatoes at the very least. No. Yeah. Then when it gets cold, I'm gonna actually put 3 bok choys in this bitch. Yes. Or spinach. Should I do spinach? Goddess gave us the lesson a couple of months ago. Remember, she gave us the skinny on cold crops. That cold crops aren't cold crops because they thrive in the cold. They're cold crops because they survive the cold. So where they survive, they need to have already been established. They don't, if you plant them, they don't just, if they're new plants, they don't continue to grow and flourish. They just don't die when they do get a little frost. Anyway, Viola and Buddy. Buddy is struggling like a motherfucker. He really is. Viola, she pretty. But she gets deadheaded every time there's a deadhead to do. And look how pretty this became. These are rhubarb leaves. I think that's so pretty. I don't know if I'll keep them there because maybe the way they decay will be ultimately ugly, but I really like the coloring that has come into those leaves. Hey, buddy. Are you gonna make it? Do I need to repot you again? My cucumbers still haven't come up. I need to really get seeds this year, apparently. I'm learning a hard lesson this year. Anybody that has been around for a minute knows that I can't throw away seeds because I be thinking, a whole ass plant can come from this seed and like a million seeds can come from the next plant. So it's hard for me to throw away seeds even if they're old because I'm like, what if? Or if it's something that I don't grow anymore and not have no intentions growing, like, but what if I decide to grow it again? And I know the seeds are seeds that I got and from myself, from my garden, and they're organic. And so I don't want no smoke with no. I'm not trying to help supremacists get me. I mean, they're going to get me eventually. Because they're going to get us all because collectively nobody's resisting. But, not today. I don't know why this camera is struggling to start. It might be because it's a little cooler today. And maybe my thumb is not. Oh, chemtrail time. Y'all see those? There's one going up there. And one going out there. Right? Out there. When I see it. Oh, they crisscross on our pictures. Crisscross. There's that one. It's going right now. Oh, good luck to us all. May the odds be ever in your favor. Y'all, they gonna kill us all. And nobody's gonna unify. Because just a handful of us can't do it. By ourselves, it ain't gonna happen. This is Patty. This is my OG Patty. She getting thick. Okay. I see you, girl. I'm glad I didn't pick you prematurely or give up on you. You know what I'm saying? I knew better than to do that shit, right? Okay. We get new seeds this year. I see you. This is Tamia and her twin. One gotta be outshining the other, just like Patty over in the brick bed. We learned that this year. We learned this year that we're going to get us some starts, even if we don't start indoors, because that'd be a waste of time. I bring it out here and just get it froze to death all over again. So, but what I am going to do is whenever I start outside next year, And it will probably be late in the season, much like it was this year, because I'm going to do it when Mother Nature says it's time for her to do it. You know, her thing. I'm going to wait. And even then, I'm just going to plant cold crops. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, there's my failed spinach bed. The chick that I saw, you remember, I couldn't remember whose spinach bed I saw that looked so amazing, but she responded to my comment recently. I'm going to show y'all the clip of her fucking spinach. Oh my god. But yeah, that's what mine did. It look like I'm just keeping that planter just to hold soil until I need it, right? There's nothing in that hole. Meanwhile, yeah, this is Patty's baby sister. She's next. She got next, right? I like to have a subsequent plant coming up because it lets me keep a steady flow of fruit. So little Tamia, Patty, OG Patty, her baby sister. That's supposed to be the cucumber bed, and there's supposed to be vines all over that hole. Y'all have seen it, but this year not so much. I've been steadily trying to grow other different types of lettuce because my salad bed has also suffered this year. Look at that hole. And the only reason why I'm keeping these in, because you know they're gonna seed. They're flowering. They're bolting. So you know that's better. No need eating that. So all I'm doing really now is keeping those for place markers for when these next ones grow up. But I planted a whole freaking row of this. I see two. I'm telling you, I did what my new gardeners do. You know how y'all pour a whole pack of seeds in one hole? Because you think, and I get it. You think they all go. And you put them all in one hole. You want to grow a tomato, so you bought a pack of tomato seeds, so you think that whole pack go in one hole, and you're going to get your tomato plant. But, you know, the vastness of Mother Nature evades us. You know what I mean? Our little human minds. But that's all that came up. And I poured, I'm lying, it wasn't a half a pack of seeds, but you know, I got a finger full of seeds and I sprinkled them all I've never done that before because I'm like, why do that and then thin them out? Although there is value in thinning plants out because they actually wind up stronger. And I really witnessed that last week because, you know, like I said, my lettuce wasn't I wanted big leaves, you know, on my lettuce. Sometimes I see people with big old, you know, romaine size ass leaves, and I just can't get them. And I thought maybe it's because they're planted too close together, but no, bitch, I see people with a little container of lettuce and them leaves be humongous and fighting against each other in a little bitty planter. So I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What the fuck am I doing wrong? So I call myself giving up, right? So I was like, fuck it. Because I wasn't harvesting the lettuce because I wanted it to get big first. So I was with this Radina and I gave up because I wanted to send something to the person that wanted the butter crunch in the first place. So I went ahead and I harvested some Radina to take to her until her butter crunch got ready. Do you know when I harvested that thing? The next leaves were huge. And I was like, it's the fucking opposite. It's the fucking opposite. And y'all, that's why they call them cut and come again vegetables, right? You cut them, you harvest them, eat them, and the ones that come again, girl, they gonna come correct. Yeah, so, so as soon as these are on the way, as soon as these are harvestable now, but I want, you want to leave one set of leaves, right? So as soon as from now on with my green, and I should have known this, right? I'm goddess. You know what I mean? It's my world. I should have known this shit, right? Just from really from going, I'm moving this wasp. This wasp is having a day. Okay. I really should have known that from freaking collards. When collards are like this, you know, they're milder as baby leaves, right? So I actually can enjoy baby collards. Well, it's before I knew how to cook them both ways. So I enjoy baby collards for being milder, you know what I mean, than, you know, big, tough, rough and tough collard leaves. Like this, that's fucked up, but I'm waiting till I get new baby leaves before I just break those off, because they need something to transmit energy with the with Mother Nature. Anyway, so what happens with this is I harvest for the baby, look, for the tender younger leaves. But what happens is I'll come back out here tomorrow and these will be huge, and some other babies will be obligated to be born. The sun is crazy. I guess when you mix them with them chemtrails, it's a whole different one. And here are the other ones that they're making. You see it? And then there's one that comes across there. I don't know if I'm pointing to it properly. This one there. This T. It's making a T. I can't even walk by her without squeezing her little booty. Oh, what's up? Yeah, I see you, girl. I see you. What did I say? Yeah. So I said, fuck it, and oh, I told you. And I picked I picked the Radina, and the next leaves coming up. Oh, this is what I was saying. I was saying I should know it. By the way, when I harvest young collards, the next leaves are the ones that just come through bigger and thicker and wider. And I should also know it because someone pointed out a year or so ago, two ago, about how with rhubarb, she gets a bigger, more luscious, thick leaves on her rhubarb when she harvests it twice during the year. And that makes me think about everything. You know how with peas they say harvest them early and young. They're not only sweeter at that stage, it incites the plant to continue to grow more because it knows it has work to do. If you start to let, you know, and those ones they tell you to break up, you know, to stop the flowering process so the plant doesn't think it's almost over. In essence, you could really estimate that to be true of plants. So pruning aggressively, in fact, I don't know an instance where it doesn't make the plant stronger. Oh, bitch, life lesson. Life lesson. The stress can make you, but only if you let it. And Mother Nature's plants are wise enough to let it. They let stress make them, not take them out. Not that they allow the stress, but when the stress comes, they control their perception of it and say, oh, I need to be stronger and produce more. I need to be stronger and produce more to survive, to thrive. In fact, oh boy, girl, you be knowing. Don't Goddess be knowing? She the bestest. At any rate, as if you can't tell, you can tell now. You can see the whole difference in the video, right? I have jumped subjects about 4 times. Albeit they all valid subjects and poignant profoundness. I've done it about 4 times, but in some way they're all linked together and related. the botanical sermon of the brunch and bake bitch. Uh, yeah, so one of the things I was speaking of brunch and bake, what I was saying was one of the things I got distracted by, it took me so long to come back and continue, was the fact that I got a whiff of a wake and bake that bowl that I prepared for myself earlier and never took. So I could still smell it in the bowl, and it smelled delicious. So I went and it became a brunch and bake because it's later, and here we are. Me all deep and philosophical and shit. And the ancestors teaching us a thing or two about life, ain't they? I ain't mad. That's what I'm here for. I realize that's what I'm here for. You know what I mean? People talking about, I saw a hotel post and it says you are here because you chose to be here. Like we made an agreement, you know, before we came here. So we came here to be here in this time to help or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, nah, the fuck I didn't. I didn't sign up for this shit. But I was assigned it, apparently. And what Goddess says goes. So I'm with it. I'm with all the shits that I'm supposed to be with in this space. I'm with it. Get down. You see what she just taught us? See the sermon she just held for us? I'm here for it. Come through with the knowledge, bitch. I'm here for it. Okay, let me move this water right quick so I can go and talk to you about it. I done did all kinds of other things. Anyway, so to wrap this, to finally wrap up this bed, this particular bed. See how he has this come up to above my belly? Mister didn't want me to have to bend at all. I love him so much for that. But I'm glad that I also love him enough to make his work minimal out in the brick bed, because again he wanted to make that bed that tall. And y'all, we are middle-aged people. He don't have that kind of, he running out of steam. We both are, but so I don't want to overexert. We want to enjoy the physical capacities that we have right now, but we don't want to fuck it up so we can continue to enjoy whatever we're capable of. When you start getting older, there's nothing you can't do, but there's some shit you can't do. Don't be trying it, girl. It won't be worth it, because then you be with the rest of your life with that liability. This was supposed to be some sweet lettuce mix, so I don't even know what kind of lettuce that is, but I suspect it's going to be good. I think this is this was a red leaf that came in the pack, but I feel like those are beets, but they're not coming up like beet greens, so hopefully they are red leaf lettuce, because y'all know I've been struggling getting my red leaf lettuce. I don't know what the fuck. Lettuce is like the easiest. I don't know what the fuck. So, yeah, this was supposed to be Patty's little sister. But as it continued to grow, I was like, no. And I guess I can low key flex on that, because as it grew, I was like, that does not look like a patio, and I don't think it is. So I think it's a share, and we gonna see. So that's her sitting there, and I don't have her staked up. If Cher grows, it's like you and I both know, if you've been around, it's like Cher grows, she gonna need some support in a minute, but I'm gonna see, because maybe you can train it to not need any support. I'm gonna chill. I can decide that later. Don't make any abrupt decisions that you may regret. So, yeah, I decided that I might just go ahead and harvest those big stalks, because there's like 5 of them. That's a significant amount of verbena. And those other ones can be growing just as big after I harvest those, because again, what did I just say? I don't know what plant doesn't work that way. Like the more you harvest it as is in its heaviest growth stage, it doesn't send messages to itself to produce more. Same thing with these. So I think I'm going to go ahead and harvest all. I'm going to scalp the hoe. You know, I'm going to scalp her. You'll see. She'll grow a whole nother batch back that's just as voluptuous. And that's what we want. That's the kind of harvest I want from these this year. That's why I grew so many. Here's another.